caveat. Now, I don't usually wear horrible shirts or sweaters or hoodies whenever I'm making review albums, but this time I'm almost speechless. This is a horrible album that totally deserves horrible sweater on me, just to emphasize the feeling I got from this. Let's start with the physical album here. In my opinion, this is not so bad looking cover, even so kind of a cartoonish, but I don't know, there is something very paganic, kind of a historic with this cover, so this alone doesn't indicate just yet anything. On the backside of this compilation, we have the complete lineup, first in Russian and then in English, and well, it's quite a list of people. Here you also have the story of the band, more or less, both, once again in Russia and English. And here are the covers for the releases included. This one actually features three different releases, yes, but 2 full-length albums and a rehearsal tape from 2003 and 2004. Now previously, unless you really can imagine that, how could be this true? And the band was self-financed, that is with these albums called Giperborej and In Fire, which are here seen, and then we have this rehearsal tape from 2003. Now, that is the good things I have to tell you about this band, because the rest of this release and the band is quite horrible. Let's tune for the band's Metal Archive site so I give you a little bit of basic information. I already tried to read. This is Cërnye Serdca. That's what it is called, and well, as you can see, the band pretty much was active from 1997 to 2008, and 2 full-length albums in 2004 after 1 demo. And then there's Demo 2007 and EP after that, but it's not of this release. And this is a compilation self-titled after the band, which is here, 78 minutes of music. Now this would be good news if the band was great, if the music here was really great, because after all, nobody wants to listen to 78 minutes unless the music is great. That's what I feel anyway. Even less so if the music is horrible, even less so if the music is absolute crap. And this, my friend, is probably the worst release, or at least one of them, during my almost 20 years career as a music reviewer. This is really a horrible piece of shit. Now, made of 2 albums, 1 rehearsal tape. When I was listening to this for a first spin, and I always go at least 3 times any given release, doesn't matter how good or bad it is, I was pretty much like, is this for real a full-length album that's presented here? Another look at my CD player, another look at this Metal Archive site, and I was just like, shit. If already the first tracks are giving me indication that this is a really horrible release, how would it be when I actually end up with these rehearsal songs? But luckily enough, they are not worse than the actual releases. It's all the same level, really. Now, the music style is called epic heavy metal. The only epic thing is that there is not really this kind of crap available, so it's like antithesis of epic in so many ways. In essence, this is like Zeta grade Iron Maiden copy. It's melodic heavy metal which tries to be catchy, melodic, and all that, but it fails in every possible ways. First of all, the melodies are either horrible or tolerable at their very best. Now, if only that was the only problem, I would be quite okay. But the production is really crappy. It sounds like this was done in 1980s in some basement with very little of recording equipment. Everything from mixing to mastering to just, well, the mixing isn't really bad. I mean, the instruments are pretty much like in balance with each other. But the drum machine, it's horrible. Those guitar sounds ridiculous. The vocalists like, get the hell out of here right this second. There are also a little bit of screamy parts, the kind of a black metal raspiness, which is like, I don't know which one is worse, the clean vocals or the black metal vocals, because both are really like making me facepalm. Now on top of that, as an injury to insult, there is some parts of female vocals, which are not horrible, but really more like, get the hell out of here for the second time. This is second warning. And I'm like suffering through these 78 minutes. I really can't find no sympathy whatsoever for this band or this release. Now I don't know which one is the bigger joke. The band actually making 2 albums and a rehearsal tape of this quality crap, or the label releasing it on a CD. I don't know what's wrong, because I mean, I've heard so many thousands of releases throughout the years, and most of them are at least somewhat mediocre, or even better than that, like good or decent. And only rarely I get to listen to music which is like the antithesis of great albums. That is, those few, very very few I might add, 10 out of 10. I mean, I can count them with my own fingers. But this is like 1 out of 10. I really can't figure out if I've ever heard an album which is worse than this. This fails on so many levels that it feels like this is the absolute joke in the metal music thing. Now, I really can't recommend this to anybody, not even the worst of my enemies, because this would be even too much for that. Never ever I have felt so much that I should go out and just drown myself naked in the minus 25 degrees Celsius snow and ice out there right now in the mid of January when it's freezing cold. But let's be honest about it. This listening experience with this album is as horrible as getting frozen in that ice. So really, don't listen to this unless you're a masochist. Or maybe you will find a reason why you would like such a nonsense. Horrible album by a horrible band, and I am really happy it's over now. Don't go for it. That's my warning. Give or take it.